So as you guys may know, I've been working on a lake house cottage renovation with my client, and we are more excited than ever that things are starting to move along. About 6 months ago, I took you guys for the first time to see the cottage in person. It's going to be a lake house cottage that we are turning into an Airbnb rental. But it's not just any Airbnb rental, because we are designing it around the fact that it is located in Idlewild, Michigan, which is a very historical and relevant town where Blacks were able to go to vacation. It was one of the only places that they were able to vacation. So it's very significant. It has a lot of rich history, and it's also known as Black Eden. So she is trying to bring the town back up and bring in some more tourism, and what better way to do that with a vacation rental? And there was a lot that changed from the last time we went. We are here. I'm here with my client Barb, and then also this is Amanda. So we are about to go inside and see what changes the contractor has done so far on the house.
Look at that!
So if you guys refer back to our original renderings, we had this sliding door right here, and they finally put it in. It looks so good.
It does! It's so fun to see it coming together. The plan was to put the slider in here, and now what? 4 months later. And this is closed in?
Yeah, we've closed in this. So before, these were big windows. We also closed in the kitchen door. So the plans are to modernize this cottage, but also keep that small cottage charm. For the kitchen though, that's where we're doing the biggest change, and that's actually what we're gonna focus on today. So I wanna walk you through our kitchen dilemma. Kitchen is gonna have to be on this side.
So are we planning on any appliances? Because there's nothing in there.
That's true. I don't know, let me ask her.
My thought was to keep the sink where it is, and then next to the sink, I don't know if we can put a dishwasher because of the water thing.
Yeah.
So we may have to put the,
Can we put like a 2-burner
or maybe right
on
here.
this side, yeah.
And then on this side, put the dishwasher and the refrigerator can go because we have that wall now.
Yeah.
So we can put stuff on that wall too.
It's a small kitchen. Very, very small. And we had a few different plans. If you guys see the kitchen, it's just basically one long alleyway.
Because imagine, Amanda, you know, this is all closed in now.
Right.
So this is all wall.
Right.
Imagine this is gone.
Right.
So now we can really do anything.
But we need to make room for a counter space, hopefully a place to eat. And we also need to make room for cooking and just all the everyday things that one does in the kitchen. You know those little stoves where it's like kind of like a an electric stove, just like a 2-burner? So it's kind of narrow. It's not all 4. Do you want to do something like that on top of
integrated into the counter space.
Yeah.
I like that.
Now, one thing that I suggested to make up for the very small space is to integrate the appliances into the cabinetry. So if we could put a dishwasher in the cabinet and camouflage it as a cabinet, and or also do that to the trash can, that would really visually free up the space and create a more modern feel in the kitchen. For the cabinets, I wanted to use a light oak cabinet just to keep it nice and light and airy. What we are going to do is lift the cabinets off of the ground to just make it look a little bit more modern and make the room feel bigger.
So that's where the sink should start, right? So okay. So move it over a little bit and center the window, and then this gives counter space on this side.
Yeah.
And maybe even put the
dish.
stove.
Oh yeah, the stove. Okay, yeah. So we could put the stove there and then the dishwasher. So another dilemma with the small kitchen is that there's no room for a big giant stove on top of a big giant refrigerator. So first we had to tackle, what are we gonna do for the stove? I thought the best option would be to get an electric 2-burner induction cooktop instead of a full gas stove. 2 burners should be more than enough for somebody who's coming to stay short term.
And people are coming up here mainly, they're gonna be grilling.
Yeah.
Grilling out. Wow.
It's the right black too, which is nice.
It is. This land, it's gonna look great. Oh, it's gonna be shiny.
The house isn't that big, so it's not going to take us long to put that side.
Okay.
So what were your thoughts on putting the washer and dryer inside the bathroom instead of the main common area?
I think that's generally in your new homes, that's where a lot of the washer and dryers are being placed.
Because we wanted to use that space now for like a little bistro table,
Right.
like 1 or 2 chairs. Okay, cool. Now, there's not really much room for a dining area, but I really encourage a dining area for any home, but especially if you're going to have an Airbnb, because you don't want people eating in your living room. You want to keep that furniture nice and pristine for your next set of guests. And if there's no designated spot for them to eat, more than likely they are going to go eat in the living room. So we have to figure out a solution to get an eating area in this small kitchen. So we have 3 options. Option number 1, we could use that extra space that we now have from removing the water heater and create a little countertop where they can sit with stools and eat their breakfast that way. Only thing is, everyone will be facing the wall, and nobody really wants to do that, or like leaning their neck over to talk to the person next to them. That's option 1. Option 2 would be to get a little bistro table and put 2 seats. I think Barb, my client, who you guys will see in the video, that was probably what she was leaning more towards. I am hopeful that we can get a banquette in there. A banquette would be so nice because you can fit almost up to 4 or 5 different people in a banquette, and it's more like family group seating. I don't know that we could do it. It's a very small space, but I'm very, very hopeful.
So refrigeration, what are we thinking about that?
On that side there.
This wall?
Yes. There's gonna be like a little eating area here. So
Got it.
that's literally like the only place for the fridge to go.
So my concern is
Opening the cabinets.
Yeah.
So for the fridge, that's where we really got stumped, and we actually talked about it as a group for a while about what we should do with the refrigerator, because it's a very small space and you want to be able to open the refrigerator all the way up. You also don't want it to be an eyesore and be like stuck right in the middle of the kitchen. Well, when he comes in, we can talk to him about it. But I know you mentioned a refrigerator, and she brought up a good point about it being kind of tight right there, and you can't actually open up any cabinets if there's a fridge there. So have you seen in really modern kitchens where they'll have the fridge built in?
I love that.
Okay.
But isn't that super expensive?
You want it to be cost efficient as well. So there's not really a space for us to integrate the fridge into the cabinets unless we decide to put it on the opposite wall and disguise it with cabinetry.
The drawer refrigerators, is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
that's what I was gonna,
So they're just under the counter.
Oh,
Are we all in
man.
the same page?
This is like nicer than my house at home.
Ideal would be to probably put it across and right towards the entrance. I just don't like the idea of seeing refrigerator as soon as you walk in, because right next to the kitchen is the front door. I would love to push it to the other side. You do see a water heater there. We are going to take that water heater out and just get 2 different water heaters and spread them across the house.
That's a water
heater.
Yeah.
So you're saying that we can do a smaller version of this?
Yeah, well, they got them now, but they're about that big.
Oh, okay. And
They
then
hang on the wall.
Really?
Yeah.
So, okay.
So all you have to
opens
do
us
is have
up.
a closet and, you know, or you can have it exposed. They're not that unattractive.
Okay.
You know?
I think that's it for the updates. We did focus mainly on the kitchen in this video, but we have updates that are happening in the entire cottage. I don't know if you guys saw the big old bin that was outside, but that's a lot of the old materials that we had that are being ripped out. We're gonna put all new siding on the entire outside of the home and then extend the porch like 4 or 5 feet and have a little wraparound area where people could spend time outside, enjoy the lake, grill, and just have an amazing time. That's really it for today's video. Don't forget, we are on a 2K challenge. Once we get to 2,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a free virtual room makeover to 3 people where I use your budget and your style, and I give you the design of your dreams and hand it to you in a little pretty package for you to do. So make sure you do that. You'll get links and everything. One more thing, I'm going to be posting twice a week up into the new year so we can get to our 2K challenge. So make sure you like, comment, comment, and subscribe, but also turn on your notifications so you don't miss Wednesday's video, because I will be posting this upcoming Wednesday at noon. I love you all so much, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.